Throughout Hollywood's storied history, tragedy has struck many times, with beloved actors passing away while in the midst of filming. These untimely deaths not only left a void in the industry, but also shocked fans and colleagues alike. From unexpected health issues to on-set accidents, the loss of these stars was deeply felt, as many were taken long before their time. Some of the most heartbreaking moments occurred during the production of iconic films and TV shows, with their co-stars and directors having to cope with the loss while attempting to finish the projects. The death of these actors while still working is a somber reminder of the fragile nature of life, and their legacies continue to be remembered in the films they left behind. Here are 20 actors who tragically died while still filming. Martha Mansfield. Martha Mansfield was a rising star in silent films, best known for her role in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde alongside John Barrymore. Tragically, she became the first person in Hollywood history to die on a movie set. The incident occurred on November 30th, 1923, during the filming of The Warrens of Virginia. While taking a break on set, Mansfield was seated in her car wearing a Civil War-era costume made of highly flammable material. A careless bystander lit a match, which accidentally set her dress ablaze. The flames quickly engulfed her, causing severe burns. Despite the efforts of her co-star Wilfrid Lucas and others, who used coats and blankets to extinguish the fire, Mansfield succumbed to her injuries the following day. Her untimely death marked a sorrowful moment in Hollywood's history, highlighting the dangerous risks of working with highly flammable materials on set. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power, one of Hollywood's most dashing leading men of the 1930s and 1940s, met a tragic end while doing what he loved most: acting. On November 15, 1958, during the filming of Solomon and Sheba in Spain, Power was performing a strenuous dueling scene with his co-star George Sanders. The intense action and physical exertion proved too much for him. Midway through the scene, Power collapsed on set, clutching his chest. He was rushed to a nearby hospital, but it was too late. He passed away from a massive heart attack at the age of 44. Power's sudden death marked the loss of one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Born into a theatrical family, Power inherited a love for acting from his father, Tyrone Power Sr., a renowned stage and silent film actor. Following in his father's footsteps, he rose to prominence in the late 1930s, with roles in swashbuckling adventures and romantic dramas. His notable films include The Mark of Zorro, Blood and Sand, and The Razor's Edge, where he showcased his versatility and charm. Power's career was interrupted during World War II when he served as a pilot in the United States Marine Corps. After the war, he returned to Hollywood, balancing dramatic roles with the action-packed films he was celebrated for. At the time of his death, Power was at the height of his career, with Solomon and Sheba poised to become another success. His untimely passing left a void in Hollywood, and his legacy as a versatile actor and enduring icon remains strong to this day. Gareth Jones. On November 30th, 1958, Gareth Jones was performing in Underground, a play featured in the British anthology series Armchair Theatre. The narrative centered on survivors of a nuclear holocaust trapped in the London Underground. During the live broadcast, Jones portrayed a character who was scripted to die of a heart attack. In a poignant twist of fate, while off-camera between scenes, Jones suffered a massive heart attack and collapsed. His co-star Peter Bowles recalled that the cast saw Jones approaching, but then witnessed him fall. Unaware of the severity of the situation, the actors improvised lines to cover his absence. Director Ted Cash and producer Sidney Newman made the decision to continue the broadcast, instructing the cast to improvise and restructure the play during a commercial break to accommodate the unforeseen event. The actors were informed of Jones's death only after the broadcast concluded. Bela Lugosi, the iconic actor renowned for his portrayal of Count Dracula, faced significant challenges in the later stages of his career. By the mid-1950s, he was grappling with declining health and financial difficulties. In 1956, director Ed Wood, a devoted admirer of Lugosi, filmed several scenes featuring the actor for an uncompleted project, possibly titled The Vampire's Tomb. These scenes were shot without synchronized sound and lacked a definitive script. Tragically, on August 16, 1956, Lugosi succumbed to a heart attack at the age of 73. Determined to honor his idol and capitalize on the existing footage, Wood incorporated these silent scenes into his upcoming film, Plan 9 from Outer Space. To account for the absence of Lugosi in the remaining scenes, Wood enlisted his wife's chiropractor, Tom Mason, as a stand-in. Mason bore little resemblance to Lugosi and was noticeably taller. To obscure this disparity, Mason performed with a cape draped over his face, a technique that has since been widely criticized for its lack of subtlety. Plan 9 from Outer Space was released in 1959 and has often been labeled as one of the worst films ever made. Despite its flaws, the film has garnered a cult following, with particular interest in Lugosi's posthumous appearance. The inclusion of his footage serves as a poignant reminder of his enduring legacy in the horror genre. Eric Fleming, a notable figure in the 1950s and 1960s westerns, carved his legacy as the rugged trail boss Gil Favor on the popular television series Rawhide. His commanding presence and strong performances made him a household name, and he began branching out into feature films, further expanding his career. However, his life was tragically cut short during the production of a movie. In 1966, Fleming was on location in the Andes Mountains near Lima, Peru, filming the adventure film High Jungle. The production required him to perform a scene in the treacherous Walla River. While navigating the river in a canoe alongside his co-star Nico Maynard, disaster struck. The canoe began to take on water and ultimately sank. Maynard was able to escape, but Fleming, despite being an experienced swimmer and scuba diver, was overpowered by the river's swift currents. Tragically, he drowned at the age of 41. Despite extensive research, his body was never recovered. Fleming's death shocked fans and the entertainment industry alike, as he was at the height of his career. His passing underscored the dangerous risks that actors often face when filming on location, particularly in challenging and unpredictable environments. Fleming's contributions to the Western genre remain celebrated, and his tragic death serves as a somber reminder of the risks involved in creating on-screen magic. Vic Morrow's death on the set of Twilight Zone. The movie remains one of the most harrowing tragedies in Hollywood history. On July 23, 1982, Morrow was filming a segment of the anthology film directed by John Landis. In the scene, Morrow's character, a racist man, was tasked with rescuing two Vietnamese children from a war zone. The sequence involved a helicopter flying overhead as explosions were set off around them to simulate the chaos of war. During filming, a miscalculated pyrotechnic explosion damaged the helicopter's rotor, causing it to crash onto the actors below. Vic Morrow and the two child actors, Mika Dinley and Renee Sini Che, were tragically killed on impact. The accident led to widespread outrage and legal consequences. Investigations revealed that the children had been hired illegally without proper permits, violating child labor laws. Additionally, their presence on set at night further breached safety regulations. The case resulted in a high-profile trial, with director John Landis and several crew members facing charges of involuntary manslaughter. Although they were ultimately acquitted, the incident brought significant changes to Hollywood's safety standards and regulations for stunts and special effects. Morrow, best known for his roles in Combat and Blackboard Jungle, was 53 years old at the time of his death. His passing, along with that of the two young children, left an indelible mark on the film industry, highlighting the critical importance of stringent safety measures on sets. Adolph Caesar, an Oscar-nominated actor with a distinguished career in film and theater, tragically passed away on March 6, 1986, at the age of 52. Best known for his commanding performances in A Soldier's Story and The Color Purple, Caesar was in the midst of filming Tough Guys alongside Hollywood legends Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster when tragedy struck. While on set in California, Caesar suffered a massive heart attack. He was quickly transported to the County University of Southern California Medical Center, but despite the efforts of medical professionals, he was pronounced dead in the emergency room. His sudden passing shocked the industry, cutting short a remarkable career. At its peak, Caesar's contributions to the arts extended beyond film. A New York native, he was a celebrated theater actor, particularly known for his work in stage productions of August Wilson's plays. His role as Sergeant Waters in A Soldier's Story was transformative, earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor in 1985. Caesar's death underscored the loss of a deeply talented and versatile performer whose artistry resonated across stage and screen. His legacy lives on through his unforgettable performances and the impact he left on both mediums. Jon-Erik Hexum. Jon-Erik Hexum, a promising actor and model, tragically lost his life on October 18, 1984, due to a fatal accident involving a prop gun on the set of the television series Cover Up. Born on November 5, 1957, in Englewood, New Jersey, Hexum gained recognition for his roles in the TV series Voyagers and the film To Bear. On the fateful day, during a break in filming, Hexum became restless due to delays. In an attempt to lighten the mood, he picked up a .44 Magnum revolver loaded with blank cartridges. Unaware of the dangers posed by blanks at close range, he placed the gun to his right temple and, in a simulated game of Russian roulette, pulled the trigger. Although blanks lack a bullet, they still produce explosive force. The discharge caused a powerful blast, fracturing Hexum's skull and propelling bone fragments into his brain, leading to severe hemorrhaging. He was immediately transported to Beverly Hills Medical Center, where he underwent 5 hours of surgery. Despite medical efforts, Hexum was declared brain dead 6 days later. In a final act of generosity, Hexum's organs were donated, benefiting multiple recipients. His heart was transplanted into a 36-year-old man, his kidneys went to a young boy and a middle-aged woman, and his corneas and skin tissue aided other patients. Hexum's untimely death at the age of 26 highlighted the critical need for stringent safety protocols on film and television sets, especially concerning the handling of firearms, even those loaded with blanks. Tommy Cooper, the legendary Welsh comedian and magician, was a master of slapstick humor and a unique blend of comedy and magic that made him an enduring figure in British entertainment. Known for his towering stature, fez hat, and trademark delivery of intentionally failed magic tricks, Cooper became a household name in the 1950s and 1960s, appearing on numerous television shows and stages worldwide. Tragically, his life came to a shocking end on April 15, 1984, during a live television broadcast. Cooper was performing on Live from Her Majesty's, a popular variety show, when he collapsed on stage mid-act, At first, the audience and crew believed his fall to be part of his routine, as his humor often involved physical comedy. However, reality soon became evident when he failed to get up. Despite immediate efforts to assist him backstage, Cooper suffered a fatal heart attack and passed away. His death occurred in full view of millions of viewers watching the live broadcast, marking a somber moment in television history. Tommy Cooper's untimely passing highlighted the unpredictable nature of live performances. However, his legacy as a comedic genius endures, with his influence evident in generations of comedians who followed. He is remembered fondly for his unmatched ability to bring laughter to audiences with his unique charm and wit. Roy Keir, a beloved character actor whose career spanned over 100 film, television, and stage projects, is remembered for his impeccable comedic timing and everyman charm. Often taking on supporting roles, Keir had the ability to steal a scene even in smaller parts. Born on January 8, 1934, in Wigan, Lancashire, Keir rose to prominence through his memorable portrayal of Planchet, the loyal servant in The Three Musketeers, 1973, and its sequel, The Four Musketeers, 1974. Despite his immense talent, he rarely landed leading roles, opting instead to become one of the most dependable and recognizable supporting actors in the industry. In September 1988, Keir was reprising his role as Planchet for The Return of the Musketeers in Toledo, Spain, when tragedy struck during a horseback scene. Keir fell from his horse, fracturing his pelvis. Although rushed to the hospital, complications arose, and Keir suffered a fatal heart attack the following day on September 20, 1988, at the age of 54. His death not only left the world bereft of a cherished performer, but also sparked significant concerns regarding on-set safety. Keir's son, actor Rory Keir, famous for roles in Black Mirror, Penny Dreadful, and James Bond films, has since advocated for safer working conditions on film sets. Roy Keir's legacy endures through his memorable performances and the lasting impact he had on the entertainment industry. Art Scholl, a renowned American aerobatic pilot and aerial cameraman, tragically lost his life on September 16, 1985, during the production of Top Gun. Born on December 24, 1931, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Scholl's love for aviation began early in life. He earned degrees in aeronautics from California State University, San Jose, and California State University, Los Angeles. Scholl dedicated 18 years to teaching aeronautics at San Bernardino Valley College before transitioning to a full-time career as a stunt pilot. His work captivated audiences both in the U.S. and internationally, as he piloted the modified de Havilland Canada DH-1 Chipmunk aircraft, known as the Super Chipmunk, in over 200 films, documentaries, and commercials. Scholl's career took a tragic turn during the filming of Top Gun when he was executing an inverted flat spin maneuver to capture aerial footage. While in mid-flight, Scholl radioed that he was experiencing a problem and could not recover from the spin. His aircraft, a Pitts S-2B camera plane, plunged into the Pacific Ocean near Carlsbad, California. Despite extensive search efforts, neither Scholl's body nor the wreckage of his aircraft were recovered. The cause of the crash remains undetermined. In tribute to Scholl's contributions to the film and aviation industries, Top Gun was dedicated to his memory. Scholl's legacy lives on through the significant impact he had on aerial cinematography and the inspiration he continues to provide to future generations of pilots. Red Fox. Red Fox, a legendary comedian and actor, is fondly remembered as the king of the party records for his groundbreaking stand-up comedy that pushed boundaries in the 1950s. Known for his irreverent humor and sharp wit, Fox transitioned from comedy clubs to television, gaining iconic status with his portrayal of Fred Sanford on the 1970s sitcom Sanford and Son. His incredible comedic timing and larger-than-life personality made him a household name, and he became an enduring figure in entertainment. In 1991, Fox made a celebrated return to television with The Royal Family, a CBS sitcom that reunited him with actress Della Reese. Unfortunately, tragedy struck on October 11, 1991, during a rehearsal for the show. While preparing for a scene on the Paramount Studios lot, Fox suddenly collapsed. Initially mistaken for part of his comedic antics, the seriousness of the situation quickly became apparent, and Fox was rushed to Queen of Angels Hollywood Presbyterian Medical Center. It was there that he was pronounced dead from a massive heart attack at the age of 68. His sudden passing left the entertainment world in shock. CBS Entertainment President Jeff Sagansky expressed the network's sorrow, highlighting Fox's immense talent and lasting contributions to comedy. Fox's legacy endures, continuing to inspire comedians and actors with his boundary-pushing humor and his ability to deeply connect with audiences. John Ritter was a beloved actor, known for his boundless energy and natural comedic timing that made him a household name. Ritter's role as Jack Tripper in the hit sitcom Three's Company made him a star, as audiences fell in love with his ability to balance slapstick humor with genuine warmth. His career continued to thrive throughout the 1970s and beyond, with multiple accolades including an Emmy and a Golden Globe. In 2002, Ritter returned to television with 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, a sitcom that again showcased his comedic brilliance, now connecting with a new generation of viewers. Tragically, on September 11, 2003, while rehearsing for the show's second season, Ritter suddenly fell ill. He experienced severe chest pain, excessive sweating, and vomiting. Initially believed to be suffering from a heart attack, Ritter was rushed to the hospital. However, tests revealed that he had an undiagnosed aortic dissection, a rare and often fatal condition where the inner layer of the aorta tears. Despite emergency medical intervention, Ritter passed away later that evening at the age of 54. Ritter's unexpected death shocked his fans and the entertainment world. His passing underscored the importance of early detection and awareness of aortic conditions, and his legacy continues through his timeless performances. Additionally, Ritter's family established a foundation in his name to promote heart health awareness, further extending his impact even after his death. Brandon Lee, the son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, was on the cusp of stardom when his life was tragically cut short during the filming of The Crow. Lee had already begun to carve his niche in Hollywood, showcasing his impressive acting skills and martial arts talent. On March 31, 1993, while filming a pivotal scene for the movie, Lee was fatally injured in an on-set accident involving a prop gun. The incident occurred during a scene in which Lee's character was supposed to be shot at close range. However, the revolver used in the scene had been improperly prepared. A dummy round had been lodged in the barrel from an earlier scene and was not removed before the blank was loaded. When the gun was fired, the blank propelled the lodged bullet fragment into Lee's abdomen, causing fatal injuries. Despite being rushed to the hospital and undergoing 6 hours of surgery, Lee succumbed to his injuries at the age of 28. His death sent shockwaves through the film industry, sparking an overhaul of safety measures regarding firearms on set. The Crow was completed using a combination of body doubles and CGI, becoming a cult classic and a moving tribute to Lee's talent and potential. Lee's untimely death remains a cautionary tale about safety in filmmaking and solidified his legacy as a martial artist and rising star. Oliver Reed renowned for his larger-than-life personality both on and off-screen, was best known for his role as Proximo in Gladiator, 2000. On May 2, 1999, while filming in Valletta, Malta, Reed suffered a fatal heart attack during a break from shooting. At the time, he was enjoying a rowdy evening at a local pub, reportedly challenging a group of sailors to a drinking contest. Known for his hard-drinking lifestyle, Reed consumed large quantities of alcohol that day, including pints of beer, shots of rum, and whiskey. He collapsed and, despite attempts to revive him, was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital. Reed was 61 years old. Reed's death posed significant challenges for the production of Gladiator, as several of his scenes were incomplete. Filmmakers used CGI and a body double to recreate Reed's character, ensuring his pivotal role in the film remained intact. His performance in Gladiator was widely praised and contributed to the film's success, which went on to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. Oliver Reed's untimely death underscored his reputation as a man who lived as hard as he acted. But his legacy lives on through his powerful performance in Gladiator, which remains a fitting farewell to a storied career. John Candy. John Candy was one of the most beloved comedic actors of the 1980s and 1990s. Known for his warm and approachable on-screen presence, Candy became a household name through his roles in films like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 1987, Uncle Buck, 1989, and Cool Runnings, 1993. A key member of SCTV, Second City Television, Candy's charm and larger-than-life persona endeared him to millions of fans worldwide. He was celebrated not only for his comedic timing, but also for his ability to bring depth and humanity to his characters. However, behind the laughter, Candy faced significant health challenges. Struggling with obesity, combined with a history of smoking, drug use, and heavy drinking, these factors ultimately took a toll on his health. Despite his immense success, Candy's personal life was marked by these ongoing battles, which affected his physical well-being. Tragically, John Candy's life was cut short while he was in the midst of filming Wagons East, 1994, a Western comedy that would become his final film. On March 4, 1994, after wrapping up his scenes for the day in Durango, Mexico, he retired to his trailer, where he spoke with his children and went to bed. That night, Candy suffered a fatal heart attack in his sleep, passing away at just 43 years old. His untimely death shocked the world, leaving a void in Hollywood and in the hearts of fans. Wagons East was panned by critics, but Candy's legacy as a comedic genius endures, remembered for the joy and laughter he brought to audiences. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was one of the brightest young stars in Hollywood, known for his versatility and dedication to his craft. His career was filled with critically acclaimed performances in films like Brokeback Mountain, 2005, The Dark Knight, 2008, and 10 Things I Hate About You, 1999. Ledger's portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight earned him posthumous acclaim, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, cementing his place as one of the finest actors of his generation. Despite his rising fame and success, Ledger faced immense personal challenges. His role as the Joker, a character of profound darkness, took a considerable emotional and physical toll on him. Ledger's intense dedication to the role left him exhausted and reportedly struggling with insomnia, which only added to the pressure of balancing his career and fatherhood. On January 22, 2008, Heath Ledger was found unresponsive in his New York City apartment. The cause of death was determined to be an accidental overdose of prescription medications, including painkillers, anti-anxiety drugs, and sleeping pills. His sudden death at the age of 28 sent shockwaves through the film industry, as many believed that Ledger had been on a path to recovery from his struggles with substance abuse. Ledger was in the midst of filming The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, a fantastical film directed by Terry Gilliam. His death left the production in limbo, but the filmmakers decided to honor his memory by reimagining the story. Actors Johnny Depp, Jude Law, and Colin Farrell were enlisted to portray different aspects of Ledger's character, allowing the film to move forward while paying tribute to his work. Heath Ledger's tragic death, though heartbreaking, left a powerful legacy through his performances that continue to resonate with audiences, making his contributions to cinema immortal. Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta was an actor whose performances resonated deeply with audiences, particularly for his role as Henry Hill in Goodfellas, 1990, which is considered one of the greatest films of all time. Known for his intense, gritty portrayals of characters, Liotta's career spanned several decades and included a mix of crime dramas, thrillers, and comedies. He brought a raw authenticity to his roles, which earned him widespread acclaim and a devoted fan base. In May 2022, Ray Liotta was in the Dominican Republic filming Dangerous Waters, an action thriller. After completing filming for the day, Liotta returned to his hotel room, where he tragically passed away in his sleep. He was 67 years old. The cause of death was later confirmed to be respiratory failure, pulmonary edema, fluid in the lungs, and heart failure. Liotta's sudden death shocked the world, as he had shown no public signs of serious illness. He was active in his career and had several films in post-production at the time of his death, ensuring his legacy would live on. Liotta's untimely passing left a void in the film industry, as he was widely regarded as one of the most captivating and versatile actors of his generation. His contributions to cinema, particularly in films like Goodfellas, will continue to influence actors and filmmakers for years to come. Despite his death, Ray Liotta's iconic performances remain an enduring part of cinematic history. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman was considered one of the most talented actors of his generation, known for his extraordinary ability to portray complex, deeply human characters. With a career that spanned both independent films and blockbusters, Hoffman's filmography includes unforgettable roles in Capote, 2005, The Master, 2012, and Doubt, 2008. His performances earned him critical acclaim, as well as numerous awards, including an Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Truman Capote. At the time of his death, Philip Seymour Hoffman was in the midst of filming The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, 2014, where he played Plutarch Heavensbee. Having completed the majority of his scenes for both parts of the film, tragedy struck just a week before filming wrapped. On February 2, 2014, Hoffman was found dead in his Manhattan apartment from acute mixed drug intoxication, with heroin, cocaine, benzodiazepines, and amphetamines detected in his system. His death at 46 was a devastating loss to the film industry, as Hoffman had long been admired for his commitment to his craft. His passing also drew attention to the destructive impact of addiction, something Hoffman had publicly struggled with throughout his life. His death left a significant void in the entertainment world, and filmmakers had to adapt the final scenes of Mockingjay Part 2 to account for his absence. Despite the challenges, Hoffman's portrayal of Plutarch was integral to the story, and the filmmakers ensured that his presence was felt throughout the film. Philip Seymour Hoffman's untimely death left the world mourning the loss of a remarkable talent, but his legacy as one of the greatest actors of his era continues to inspire.